5v5. You had 5 of some of the best from Queensberry go against 5 of some of the best of Eddie Hearn's Matchroom. Shout out to DAZN for putting this on. Shout out to Matchroom. Shout out to the CEO of entertainment in Saudi Arabia. Shout out to His Excellency. And he's the one giving us these fights. And I will say, it was worth it. From 2 p.m. Eastern all the way to probably about 8:30 p.m. 6.5 hours. We had fights. We had about 6 fights. There were 6 fights in all. Let's go ahead and run through them. You had Willie Hutchinson going against Richards. A younger guy against an older guy. And it went how I just said it. The younger guy against an older guy. Now, the thing with Richards, right? It just seemed like his feet was in mud. He didn't seem like he can really, like his punches were lousy. The way he was throwing them, they just weren't good. Not at all. So, it was easy to calculate his punches. He had a quick flare of like, okay, maybe he hitting with something. But Hutchinson was in control the whole night. So with that being said, we're going to go through these scorecards, all right? Now for Hutchinson, he definitely defeated Craig Richards. Hands down. Hands down, wasn't even close. In a unanimous decision, 116 to 112, 117 to 111, 119 to 109. I don't know if this is the end for Craig Richards. Being his age, he definitely looked his age. And not saying people at his age still can't box. Some of them are champions, but his time might be behind him. He just seemed like he was slow. He couldn't pick up on stuff. Like I said, he had quick flares of stuff, but not enough. Hutchinson was in control the whole time. So shout out to Hutchins. They say he has some issues outside of the ring. He need to take care of them. If he can take care of them, then you know he's a champion. Then he can probably go far in this division. But he's got to take care of his outside stuff, whatever that may be. They already put Frank Warren up 1 because of that one. On to the next fight. And I consider this the fight of the night. And I even said this, if you go back and look at my YouTube short predictions, Nick the Wrecking Ball versus the Savage from Camden, New Jersey, Raymond Ford. They were fighting for Ford's belt. It came down to a split decision. Now, both these guys, like I said, you had one guy that's got 18 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, and that was to Ryan Vargas. Which some people feel that was a robbery. He should have won that fight. That was a very close fight, and they called it a draw. Against Raymond Ford, who had 15 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw. So neither one of them had a loss until tonight. Somebody had to take an L, unless it go to a draw. But like I said, it was a split decision. Nick Ball was in control the first half of the fight. Then about the 7th round, Raymond Ford, don't you know how if you from the Northeast area or anywhere where it's cold, and you know in the morning or something like that, and your parents tell you to, you know, take care of the, go start the car back in the day, tell you, go start the car. I felt Raymond Ford was like that person waiting for the car to warm up. He wasn't really, Nick Ball was coming at him like this, like Isaac Cruz do. And because he's only 5'2", so he has to come at you. And he kept coming with flurries of punches, and like the announcers and commentators were saying, even though when you go back to the replay, it looked like he wasn't hitting all his shots. He was throwing so many at Ford that a judge probably will count that he's hitting them because of the way he kept throwing them. But in the instance, he still landed some great shots, had cut Ford's eye up under both sides. But shout out to Ford's cutting in. They was able to get that stuff taken care of where it wasn't an issue after a while. It almost looked like they sealed that thing up like the stuff you see on the robot movies. You don't smell like that? But at the end of the day, Ford got his start in the 7th round. Started really coming into his own, picking his punches, sitting down with his shots, really picking apart Ball and really dictated the fight. Came down to the final round when I'm talking about that championship round. These two guys don't want to take an L. Neither one of them left their feet and fell to the ground. No one got sat on their back pockets. They got rocked in the snot box a little bit, especially Ford rocking Ball. He definitely caught him twice, maybe even 3 times at that young and Tranklin. But it still wasn't enough. They had to go to the cards. And when I mean to say, if you get a chance, watch that 12th round of their fight. Great fight. I would even like to see them go fight again. It came down to Nick Ball winning by decision. Split decision. They scored it 115 to 113 for Ford. 113 to 115 for Ball. And then the last one, 115 to 113. The winner and the new champion was Nick Wrecking Ball. He's a warrior. So is Ford. I just think Ford started too late. And even though he started late, I still felt like that. I felt like it could have been a draw. I don't think neither one of them did enough. I'm not mad at the decision because sometimes you're like, listen, we got to pick a winner. Whatever the case is, whatever the judges saw. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying I would have been okay with the draw, but whoever they sided with, I don't think neither person did enough to me to say, okay, this is the winner. They both had them, but I think it was pretty much even to me. But Ford said he's done. He had to take he wanted to take the fight, especially I'm sure Saudi Arabia took care of him. And the excellency over there, he took care of him paper-wise, you know what I'm saying, for taking his fight. So that might have been a life-changing money moment for him of taking his fight. And he's supposed to have been go up to 130, so now he's up to 130. So I can't wait to see what Ford does at 130. And I can't wait to see what Nick Ball does, because he's probably going to do a unification with Vargas now for that rematch and see if he can knock the old guy out this time. So we're going to see. On to the next fight. Shiraz against Ammo Williams. Ammo Williams, he had his moments, but it wasn't enough. Ammo Williams, TKO. Ref had to stop the fight in round 11. Like I said, Ammo, he's a good fighter. Just wasn't enough. Just wasn't enough. He just kept getting hit too many times. He was standing in front of him. He just kept standing in front of the guy, letting the guy just get on him. And that was the problem. So for that, that's how he got TKO'd. And so next, like I said, Frank Warren ain't lost yet. You got a fight that's not even considered a 5v5. You got Bivol going against Malik Zanad. Malik Zanad, he caught Bivol, but it wasn't enough. He caught him, but in the first round, Malik got sat on them back pockets. He got up. Now, mind you, this man just fought 5 weeks ago. Not trying to get a man an excuse, and he was a substitute. He wasn't even supposed to be the original fighter for this match. But he took the fight. He ended up losing. He was done in round 6. So shout out to Malik for even taking that fight. Both of them are 22-0. Somebody had to take a loss. Bivol is now going to get his. Now, mind you, he done had 9 straight fights, Bivol, before he even knocked somebody out. 9 straight fights. Last person he won was in 2018. That's the last time he had a knockout victory. 2018? That's like 6 years ago. That's like 6 years ago. Just saying. Smell like that. But he got it done. So shout out to Bivol, and now he's going to go for one, I believe, in October. He's going to fight. And that's going to be one for the ages. I can't wait for that one. Can't wait for that. Ooh, y'all know who he's going against. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Saudi Arabia is definitely doing some of these fight cards. I'm trying to tell you. They are cooking. Smell like that. We go to the co-main event. Heavyweights. We got Daniel Dubois going against Filip Hrgović. Now, I just felt like Hrgović couldn't. He used all his gas in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? He was flooring it too, like in the early rounds. It didn't go well for him. So, they ended up stopping the fight. And he got TKO'd in the 8th round. So, Dubois is the champ now. And they setting him up to fight Anthony Joshua. And if you ask me, if Dubois don't do better with his conditioning, because he just was more conditioned than the guy he fought tonight. But he is nowhere near in shape to fight I think his movement is slower. He's going to have to do something, though. He's going to be getting set on the back pocket, you ask me. I don't even think it's going to go to the cards. I think Anthony Joshua's going to get him out of there early. Not saying he can't change, but he needs to. He's going to have to change and get conditioned good to fight Anthony Joshua, because that's looking like who they got him fighting next. Now, the main event, you got the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder himself, Tuscaloosa's finest, going against Chinaman Zhilei Zhang. Big Bang Zhang. Now, we was like, somebody getting knocked out. They said that man Zhang came in at 282. 282 pounds to Deontay's like 214, 215. I don't care what type of fighter you is. 60-something pounds. Difference. Woo! Woo! That'd be one of the times you'd be like, shoot, I ain't wrestling that dude. No. I'm not finna fight. Man, you got to stick and move the whole time. And they said Deontay Wilder had made hints before the fight. Then if he did not win this fight, he was going to retire. So I don't know what that does for a fighter. Does it give him momentum? Or does it hurt him? Because they're already thinking that if they don't win, they're going to retire. Deontay Wilder had 47 fights. I think he's won 43 times, and he's lost 3. He's won a lot by knockouts. We all know who he's lost to. He's lost twice to Fury. He has 1 draw with Fury and lost twice to Fury after that. And he also lost to Joseph Parker. Same person Zhang lost to. So you got 2 guys fighting, and they had not good performances against that guy, Joseph Parker. And so they get in the ring. To me, neither one of them, they was talking about, one of them could fight Joshua. You ask me, no matter who won this fight, I wouldn't want to see neither one of them fight Joshua. I don't think it'd be good for either one of them. The way this fight went on, Deontay hands kept, he wasn't trying to let him go. Zhang was barely letting his hands go. He looked kind of sloppy. But in the end, Zhang did enough. He caught Deontay right over the tip of the nose. Spun Deontay around. I think Deontay was trying to tell the ref maybe he got hit with an illegal shot or something. I don't know what it was. But it was enough where it spent him around, got him all dazed thinking. And Zhang came up. I'm talking about, he was like a cheater. That 282 pounds, the way he ran up on him. By the time Deontay did his 360 and turned around, Zhang was already catching him with another one. Beep! Knocked the bronze bomber down. And that's the only time he got knocked down. He got up on the 8 count, but he could not walk. He stumbled to the ref. Ref waved it off in the 5th round. So that looks like that might be it for the bronze bomber. I would, as a fan of the bronze bomber, you don't want to see him go out like that. I wanted to see him punch more. He started to punch more in the 5th round, but wasn't enough. He got caught. And he caught, like I said, I just think he should have protected himself at all times. I don't know what he was doing when he got caught across the nose and it spent him around. He didn't have his guard up or nothing. That's how Zhang just came as soon as he spent him around. Bang! Caught him with another one. Lights out. Night, night. Zhang said, that's real power. That's literally what he said. That's real power. I mean, 282 pounds. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to. And no, I don't. Respectfully, I do not want to see Deontay Wilder fight Anthony Joshua. I don't want to see Zhang fight Anthony Joshua. I don't think it's going to be a good fight either way. No matter who they. Deontay hasn't been the same since he's lost to Fury the first time. Now, the second time, he knocked Fury down, but he still lost. I just feel like that confidence that you heard him when he was on Breakfast Club, talking about he want to catch a, you know what I'm saying, like on some Drago stuff in the ring, but he didn't. But he hasn't been that guy since he lost to Fury. And nothing taken away from Deontay. Let's give Deontay Wilder his flowers. This man has changed heavyweight boxing for the better. The first American heavyweight boxer since what, 2007? The champ, that is. So he made people want to watch heavyweight fights again. Let's be honest, people weren't caring about no heavyweight fights like that. So we gotta give him his flowers. Some people don't like. He wasn't a real boxer. He just had a one-hit punch. You're right. But he would tell you. He was that type of guy that tell you, you gotta be right for 12 rounds. I only gotta be right for 2 seconds. His knockout percentage said a lot. He's one of the hardest hit. Even Zhang said that. That man hit hard. It wasn't enough, but he hit hard. I just think Deontay is past his time in the ring. And I just hope, he continues to hold his head high. He continues with that confidence that he's always brought to the ring. He always brought in his press conferences to let you know, hey, I'm him. And whatever else business ventures, whether he does stuff with boxing outside of the ring, but still being in boxing. I would like to see that, but I don't think Deontay Wilder will fight again. I think he's past his time. So with that being said, I gotta say, like I said, if we're gonna pick one out of these 6 matches, I'm going with Nick Ball and I'm going with Raymond Ford. If you get a chance, watch that fight. Check the highlights, do whatever you gotta do. But shout out to everyone that put this on DAZN, Matchroom, Queensberry, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, the Excellency over in Saudi Arabia. It was a great fight night. Y'all make sure y'all keep that Go Smack mentality. Follow me on all my socials at Smack Like That. Make sure y'all hit the like, comment on this joint. Let me know what y'all thought about the fights, what you think about Wilder moving forward, what you think about Zhang, what you think about Bevel, what you think about everybody. What's next for Nick Ball? What's next for Ford? What y'all want to see next? Y'all let me know. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so y'all know when I go live. Until next time, keep that Go Smack mentality. Smack like that!